Well, just because we can, we are facing the best team in Portugal twice today. We're playing Benfica in the league and in the League Cup semi-final. Safe to say that last one is the most important game in the history of Lusitania La Rosa. Hey guys, my name is Jochen and welcome to part 21 of Iberian Sun, a football manager adventure played on Google Stadia. If you like the series so far, you know the drill. Give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more football manager content. Since you were last here, which was the awesome game against Porto in the League Cup, we have been so and so. We have drawn twice in the league. Porto had their little revenge on us by beating us 2-1 at their place, but we have also won one game at home against Nacional da Madeira. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, today we are facing the same team twice. I don't think I've ever done that in a single episode. Doesn't matter because that team is Benfica, who are by far the best team at this point in Portugal. First, we will face them in the semi-final of the League Cup, a very important game historically for La Rosa. And then we will also, just to make sure if we can handle them, I'm pretty sure we can't, but just to make sure, we will also play them away in the league as the second game in this episode. Before we head into the first game, let's have a quick look at the league table. We are still massively overachieving in 5th place. There is a little separation going on between the top 4 and ourselves, and most of the teams that are in close pursuit of us have a game in hand. So everything is to play for. Like I said in the last episode, I am not at all expecting us to finish where we are now. I think we will be between, I don't know where Boa Vista is now and Tondela. Let's just keep it at that. Around the 10th position, I would say, is a perfectly normal finish for our first season in the Premier League. Billy G, however, at this point at least, thinks otherwise, since he is topping the average rating list and the player of the match list. So at this point, our good friend Billy Gilmore, our deep-lying playmaker in midfield, is basically player of the year in the Premier League. Now, since we are in the middle of January, it is the transfer season, but I'm not planning on buying anyone. I did, however, bring in this guy on loan. Joaquin Torres comes in on loan from Newell's, the Argentinian side, with a, if I'm not mistaken, future buy clause, optional future fee, there we go, of 3 million. I'm not sure at all if I'm going to use that clause, but they insisted on it. Otherwise, I couldn't get him on loan. So there you go. Just to have a little more depth on the right and the left wing, I brought in this guy. Also, on that matter, Bonani, and I know he has been our assist king for the last 2 seasons. His contract is running out in this summer, and I don't know if I'm going to renew it. I mean, I love Bonani as a player, but as you can see, he is playing close to his potential ability, and I'm not sure as a starting left winger if he is that good, if he is good enough, to be honest. So we'll see about that, just to give you a little heads up about this summer. And now for the most important game in the history of Lusitania La Rosa, the semi-final in the Portuguese League Cup against the mighty Benfica. At this point we have one injury. Tevez is still out for 2 more weeks, and our new loanee Joaquin Torres, I think he just finished his the last game with his mother club before he came in on loan. So he will be on the bench, but he's not going to be starting the game. That being said, I have tried to have a little look in the last games because we had a lot of games in a short amount of time, just to have my strongest squad available for this game. So here we go. Centurion in goal, Jorginho Mingueza, Knight and Alex Pinto as our back 4, Tavares and Billy G in midfield, Bonani and Balde on the wings, and Fredrickson and Pellegrini as our striker duo. Let's do this. Now, since it is Benfica, let's just have a look at some of their players. Carlos Vinicius, 26-year-old Brazilian international as a striker. Alrighty, I'm not sure who this guy is. A Dutch guy, Daniel Malen. comes from PSV. I should probably know him, although I don't really follow the Dutch football, but okay. And then we have a huge combination of wonder kids and ex-wonder kids. Renato Sanchez, ex-wonder kid. Zeballos, actual wonder kid, as is, I think, this guy, Paulo Bernardo. I think you get the picture. Kurt Zouma as a defender. My Belgian friend Miles Vilar as a ex-wonder kid also. Very good young keeper. I think you really get the picture. These are two hard games coming our way. Let's go to our dressing room. Expected to pick up where they left off, okay. Although I'm not sure it's going to be that simple, Marco. We'll see. Most important game in the history of La Rosa, here we come. And you could argue that I should use the counterattack system or whatever, but I'm just gonna do what we always do. Try to maintain possession with a positive attitude and score some goals. I'm not sure if it's going to work against Benfica, I know, but we'll see. Bad ball by, I think it was Knight to Zeballos now. There he is, Sanchez, and Scorcher, and just misses the target. That was the first highlight after 20 minutes. Now the second one, corner for Nuno Santos. Gets headed away and Zeballos had a very good opportunity, but puts it in the stands. 35 minutes in and not that much happening really. Let's ask him to get creative, but the highlight already started. In swinging free kick, but right into the hands of Mile Svilar, who now has the ball. Kicks it to Zeballos, who has a lot of room. Not sure who is supposed to cover him, but nobody is. Ooh, sweet lord. We have reached halftime with a 0-0, and I do mean the score, but I also mean our shots and shots on target. Also one of the first times I have seen this, the possession not being in our favor. Let's go to the dressing rooms. I guess they did well. I mean, come on, it is freaking Benfica, so what do you really expect, Jochen? Start second half and let's hope for the best. Let's shout to get creative, although, we have one shot in. Ayo. Benfica once again with a highlight. Rigriot with the throw-in. Falls to Gilmore and puts it to Alves. Mingueza now to start from the back. Come on, guys. Just at least give me one shot on target. Bonani is already booked. Also, that's a good intervention by Knight, but falls into the feet of Sanchez. Zeballos now with the ball, and I am thinking that this could be the goal for Benfica. Paulo Bernardo, and they have a lot of room, but it's probably just because they are so good position-wise that they're impossible for our guys to cover. So Rigriol now with the ball again, Zeballos, and I mean, are they gonna walk it in? Yes, they are. Ezequiel Zeballos, second goal of the season. Assist by Brazilian international Carlos Vinicius. Let's look at it again. I think there was like 80 something passes before they score, and not that much Centurion can do, not that much anyone could do really. So skip, let's pause game. Let's go. I'm just gonna go to attacking because it doesn't matter if we lose 9-0 or 1-0. New highlight for Benfica. Sanchez swings it in, Tavares heads it away to absolutely no one, but Paulo Bernardo hesitates a little bit, puts it to Malen. Gedson Fernandez with a lot of room, and we are really being dominated. It's the first time I think I see this, but oh come on, not with a penalty. He's going to the little telly. It's the first time that I see this, that we are being dominated, but it's of course also quite normal since Benfica are way above everyone's head in Portugal. And he says, do they not? Oh, a free kick. It was outside the box. Can you imagine that? Nuno Santos with the free kick, in swinging free kick, and gets headed away, falls to Bonani, and the highlight is over. 66th minute, new highlight, and I am going to start to look for a first substitution. We still haven't had a single shot on goal. because we simply can't do anything against this assembly of wonder kids. Let's call it what it is. Paulo Bernardo with the ball to Renato Sanchez, and like I said several times, this is way out of our league, and I am afraid that I hope they simply put their B squad or something on in the second game. I'm guessing they're not going to do that because that's in the league. And meanwhile, Zeballos has scored his second goal of the evening, third goal of the season, assist by Gedson Fernandez. Let's look at it again. Paulo Bernardo, good ball, and our players are all over the map except for where they are supposed to be with their opponents. Now, 70 minutes in, let's make a substitution for what it's worth. Joaquin Torres, our new loanee, and maybe also give, you know what, let's give Borges a chance rather for Gilmore. Confirm. And if you look at the match stats, it is really deserved that they are 2-0 up. Let me show some passion just for the sake of it. We are almost at the end of the game. We are going to be kicked out of the League Cup, but we have reached the semi-finals. So let's look at it from a positive perspective. And Malen decides to hit the crossbar. I thought he was going to decide to make it 3-0, but luckily he didn't. Almost at the end of the game, a couple of minutes of extra time. Yes, we had one shot on target. Good on us. Benfica 2, La Rosa 0, and can't really argue with this, can you? Dressing room, please. Let's say, let's do this. Ooh, everyone's delighted and extra delighted. Well, at least we have received some money, £182,000 for losing a game. I'll take that. Just a quick in-betweenie, since Benfica was playing the League Cup final on the day that we should have been meeting for the second time in this episode, I had to play one game off camera. We have lost that game against Rio Ave at home. As you can see, it was quite an even game, but I don't know. I didn't feel the mojo in that game. Let me put it like that. We have lost, and now Rio Ave is above us in the league. By the way, Benfica have lost the League Cup final against Sporting, so maybe that brought them down morale-wise, and we can benefit from that in our second encounter. Since Josh Knight had himself sent off in the Rio Ave game, he is suspended. I think that is about it. I am going to put Tevez back into the team, although they recommend that I limit him to a maximum of 75 minutes. We'll see about that. The team to face Benfica for the second time today. Centurion in goal, Andre Joao Pinto, Mingueza, Alex Pinto as our back four, Tavares and Gilmore in midfield, Bonani and Tevez as I mentioned on the wing, and target man Correa alongside Pellegrini as our striker duo. Let's hope for some revenge against Benfica. Now they have also been quite active in the last days of the transfer window, so my good friend Svilar is no longer with them. They transferred him to Marseille and they brought in from Monaco Loic Badiachile, who is also a very good, pretty young French goalkeeper. So I think that is the only one that I see. Maybe also there, oh no, he's in the midfield now, Gedson Fernandez. He played as a right back in the previous game. We'll see when we meet them on the pitch. Let's go to our dressing room. There's no real pressure. Is there some revenge thing here? Here we go. Avengers. Bam. Wow. I would say that should motivate everyone. But who am I? And team talk and kick off the game. First highlight after exactly 10 minutes for Benfica, of course. Malen collects the ball. Joao Pinto can't quite get there. Sancho crosses. Correa, he's way back. He should be in front, shouldn't he? Wage decides to dribble everyone and also decides, luckily, to put it wide of the goal. We still haven't had a single shot, and possession-wise, oh boy. Almost half an hour in, and the first highlight, hopefully for us this time. I'm not sure who crossed it. Oh, it's a goal. Frank Correa's 7th goal of the season. Assist by Alex Pinto. There you go. That was the guy who crossed it, Jochen. Let's have another look. Throw in with Alex Pinto himself. Pellegrini gets it back to him. And then an excellent cross. And Frank Correa does what Frank Correa does best as a target man. We are 1-0 up. I don't even have time to shout. New highlight. Same side of the pitch, same guy with the throw-in, Alex Pinto. New cross, but I don't think Correa is there. There he is! Oh, Frank Correa, and he misses. He puts it right at the keeper's face. So I was able to praise him after I paused the game because too much is going on. New highlight though, once again, Alex Pinto to Gilmore. Alex Pinto again, please don't lose the ball. Not you, Billy, don't lose it. Don't lose it, good boy. Tevez, let's maybe switch sides, I don't know. Bad ball by Gilmore, should have kept it on the ground. And now Benfica with the counterattack. Malen is free to pass everyone and... oh boy, I think that's the difference between those players that Benfica have and the players that we have. I mean, look at this. He's simply with... I think he touched the ground 5 times. That's exaggerated, I know. But you know what I mean. Not really much anyone can do, I guess, since he's simply that much better than our average player. We are 1-1. And we have reached halftime. No, we haven't. Corner kick with Bonani. Gets headed away to Sanchez. And there he is once again. And I think... oh, come on. Of course they have a penalty. Man, am I getting Football Manager today or am I not? I think I am, to be honest. Who is taking it? Weber, never heard of him. And, of course, he scores. In the final minute of the first half, we are going 2-1 down. I don't need to see the replay. Skip, please. Let's just go to the dressing room. Sympathize. Let's just sympathize. I know it's Benfica, but I would have really loved to be up at halftime. Sanchez now with the ball for Benfica. It falls to Ramos in the end. Sanchez once again, and they are literally doing what they want in midfield. Sanchez again gets on Fernandez, maybe from range, or Wague has all the room in the world, so why not give it to him? Just pass it back, cross it and score. There you go. Simple as that. Gonzalo Rames. First goal of the season. Assist by Tomas Belmonte. I'm just for the fun of it going to go to attacking. And let's say show some passion. I don't want to see the replay. I simply don't want to see the replay. If you haven't noticed by now, I don't handle losses very well. Even if it's against a team that I know is way better than us. Doesn't matter. Correa now with the ball. Thiago Andre to Billy G. Tavares, and wow, that is a good goal. David Tavares, 4th goal of the season. Assist by Billy freaking Gilmore. Correa was once again involved, so he's having quite the game. Puts it back to Thiago Andre, Gilmore, and then Tavares with an awesome shot. We are making a lot of goals from range, man. It is insane. Okay, we are 3-2 down. Let's maybe show some passion again. But Benfica now with the ball. Zeballos cuts inside. Nobody bothers. Once again, there are 4 guys as our back line and nobody seemed to bother to tackle him. Let's go for our first substitution after this highlight. There's Zuma. Then, of course, you also have Zuma as a defender who can quite head a ball, I would say. New highlight for us, it's the 70th minute and we will have a look for a first substitution after this highlight. Gilmore now to Tevez and holy smokes, what was Pellegrini doing there? He should be in front of goal. Okay, let's make a substitution. Thiago Andre, he was complaining that he didn't play enough, but to be honest, Thiago, you're not making yourself look good, are you? Jorginho for him, and while we are here, let's just get Tevez off because I don't want him to be injured again. Let's go for Raposo on the right hand side. Confirm. 20 minutes left, and we are not the better team, so it's a just situation that we are 1 goal down. But Alex Pinto crosses it again. Falls to Jorginho now. No one at the end of that cross. Maybe Bonani. Oh, sweet Lord, Tavares again from outside the box. 5th goal of the season. And now, of course, I drop back to... Should I go cautious even? Let's first have a look at the goal again. It's like a pinball wizard thing, because I'm not sure who touches. Once again, Correa with the assist, by the way. Quite the game from our boy Frank. We are 3-all. Pause game. Let's go to cautious praise, because I mean this is an awesome result if it stays like this, of course, against Benfica. Play game. I'm not going to do my final substitution yet. I have a feeling though they will score again. Although Bonani intercepts. Jorginho now, don't lose it. Just try and keep possession, boys, like we always do. Centurion, good ball to Mingueza. Alex Pinto. Back to Mingueza, don't lose it because that striker is all alone. Oh, come on. Damn it. And there he is again, Malen, and thankfully this time Centurion saves us. Corner kick though for Benfica. Erquiaga. Wow, that's a... Ooh, I thought it was in. I thought it was in, but it's not. Good stuff. Maybe now let's get ready for our last substitution. Let's have a look. Billy G is getting tired. Let's... Should we take him off? He is important though. Pellegrini is having a dreadful game, as is Oscar Mingueza. I am going to take Pellegrini off for Borges and then go to my tactics. Pause game, please. And put Tavares as our attacking midfielder and Borges as a ball-winning midfielder in a defensive role. 10 minutes and something left. Come on, boys. Let's focus. Let's whatever. What do we shout at this point? Certainly not demand more. Don't shout anything. The game is over. Awesome result, man. I mean, damn. Match stats, I'm not going to look at that. I know what they are, and they are more than just and normal against Benfica. But we have drawn 3-3. Me happy. Tell the boys that did well. I more than ever agree with you, Marco. Continue. Let's just see where that puts us in the league. We are now in 7th place with Boavista. Have a game in hand, but they can't really reach us. So we finished this episode with a 7th place in the Premier League in Portugal. If we have a look at the schedule, we will probably be back around the Sporting game, maybe in combination with the Penafiel game, I'm not sure. And the episode after that, we will do the final 2 games of the season, both at home against Portimonense and Porto. So guys, that was it for this episode. If you've enjoyed it, please leave me a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more Football Manager videos. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon.